Russ Bedner, owner-operator of Bedner's Farm and Greenhouse in Cecil, and today I'm here to talk about some of my favorite shade perennials. So first off, for things that I look at for what I want to see in my shade garden is color selection and the different color variations that you can play off of with the different types of leaves and also the different textures. You can also look at that on the sun gardens as well, but in the shade it's a little bit different because there's not as many different types of plants to choose from. So to start off with, this is one of my favorites. It's a PULMONARIA or lungwort, and the modeling of the leaves is the one thing why I like this plant. It also gets a little purple flower on it as well. This other plant right here is TIARELLA, and the dark veining in the leaves is why I like this plant. The size of it gets around 12 inches tall and about 18 inches wide, and you end up getting a little white flower on it. It's really insignificant, but the texture of the leaf and the dark contrast between the coloring in the leaf is really great. Another plant along the same lines is HEUCHERELLA. So this plant comes in probably every different shade under the rainbow of leaf color. They all get this really insignificant flower, but they're mainly for the leaf colors. And that's another thing just to note. I mean, any perennial that you're going to use is only going to have roughly a 3 to 4 week bloom time at best. So the main thing to look for is other significant interest in the plant. So like leaf texture, leaf color, that is actually going to persist throughout the whole season. Another thing is the different varieties of ferns. So these two here, this one is a ghost fern, and this one is a painted fern. I actually use these in combo. I'll put the ghost ferns behind because they'll get about 3 foot tall, and then put the painted ferns in front. Another really cool plant it's called TRICYRTIS. This comes in a variegated variety, which is this here. It actually has the yellow on the outside, but the flower is really cool. It actually looks like an orchid when it opens, and it opens later in the summer going into fall. Different types of shade perennials is anemone. It gets a really nice flower on it. It's actually a pink flower. They come in pink and white. There's different sizes, so the actual plant and flower stalks can range anywhere from 3 feet down to about 1 foot tall. And this plant is actually one of our grower here, his favorite plant. Very hardy, decent flower time, and just an all-around strong plant. The last plant here that I want to talk about is Brunera. This plant is very deer-proof because of the rough texture of the leaves. It gets a little blue flower on it in the spring, but the veining in the leaves is what sets it apart from any other shade perennial in the garden. Don't forget about the different varieties of hydrangeas that you can use for some height in the back of your gardens. They have a very long bloom time and a very wide range of color selection as well. That's going to wrap up our video on shade perennials. These are some of my favorites. Don't forget to stop in and check out our great selection of shade perennials, and we will be more than happy to show you the other wide variety that we have in stock.